Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator, and welcome back to Lubbock, Texas. We are here with MattVT's Lubbock Farm and Yard, and we're not going to go through all the bells and whistles on the farm this time. Why am I back on this farm? Well, it's because it's in Lubbock, and it has to do with our destination, or rather our pickup spot, which is also in Lubbock. We're going to be running a different type of mod in addition to MattVT's. So we're starting off here, 6 o'clock in the morning here on the homestead. And we are headed over to a Texas beef packers plant, also in Lubbock. The beef packers plant is by Jab Modshop, and it's completely free. But I really wanted to feature another map mod in Lubbock so that we can put both Jab Modshops and MattVT's all together. And it's kind of cool because sometimes when you take off from your default garage and you go to maybe a custom pickup spot, that's nice, but you're taking off from your garage. Or if you start off at a custom farm like this and then you go to just any regular pickup, and if you've played the game for a decent amount of time, it gets boring. It's the same look. You always have the same pickup spots, the same drop-off spots and all that. So I'm taking two different mods that do work very well together and saying, hey, we're taking off from our farm and we're headed over to a custom pickup spot. This beef packers plant is amazing. I'll go through it once we get there, but basically you can pick up and drop off cattle, but you can also run a reefer like we're doing today because we are going to be transporting some beef. Two other things before we get to driving real quick. This is the FLX 359, and I'm highlighting it today not so that we can go through all the bells and whistles with it, but to show you what the new updates are. And the new updates are pretty cool. So if we want to just cruise in here a little bit, I'll show you some of the biggest, and yes, I am trying to conceal the trailer still because I want that to be a surprise too. So some of the updates on here, he's added a 36-inch coffin sleeper, a 36-inch Mercury sleeper, and a 60-inch Mercury sleeper. And as you see, we have the 60-inch Mercury sleeper today. Probably one of the biggest changes that you've seen is there is now an extended hood, and this is actually true to real life. It has been extended to its real length. I think sometime in the late 60s. Don't quote me on that, but I believe sometime like 68, 69 is when they brought out this extended hood. We also have a fender step accessory right there. I've got it on there. A lubrifiner accessory. It has something to do with the filtration and the air. Yeah, I don't know if I have that on. I don't know if I found it, but it does feature that. He also put on 8 new headache racks. I've got the Mercury sleeper on here, so no headache racks today, maybe in a future video. We have 4 new trailer cable styles, and I am showing a new one today rather than just the standard stack. It's more like a glossy black surface, and all of the hoses are all recessed in there, which is kind of cool. What else has he done? He's done a new door window option. Let me show you that. We pan over around the shifter, so you'll have the option to have a lot of different textures for the door panels, and both, I think this is like the classic brown or something like that, but there's 2 of them that are labeled the same, and if you click on the second one, you get a little hole in the door as a window, so that's kind of cool. He's also done a little bit to adjust the cab height relative to the chassis. He's changed UV mapping skins for the new cabin options, and he has rebuilt the fender for the original Peterbilt 359 model format. So quite a few updates that have come, especially since his last update came just about 2 months ago. So updating it on a pretty regular basis, and I like to see that. So we're going to drive it today. What we need to see before we get out of here is we need to see our trailer. Obviously, we're hauling some beef today, So we are going with a Reefer. And this one is actually something that I've shown before. It's Smarty's Timpte Super Seal Reefer. It is completely free. And the reason why I used it is really because of the skin. It just makes sense that if we are in Texas and we're going to a Texas beef packers plant, we should probably have a trailer that fits the bill. Now, it is a little spicy. I will admit, it is spicy, but it does fit the bill. Let's take a look at it. Kind of going old school with this one. Texas Beef Company. Watch your curves, eat more beef. So, yeah, a little spicy on the trailer, but considering where we're going, I think it makes absolutely perfect sense. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get in the truck and let's get over to the beef packers plant. We've got Z-Mod's 3176 in here. I believe it's 425 or 450 horsepower version. And get our lights on. And let's get out of here. Show you, in case you haven't seen my other video, I think I was doing 4K Modding's W900A free on the Steam Workshop last time I was here. And I think we also had Retro Developments doping our flatbed. But there's the little homestead. We've got a little garage there. And just down the road, might seem like it's a different piece of property, is our yard. We'll pass it on the way out. But this is kind of cool. If you haven't seen this yard, again, this is MattVT's Lubbock farm and yard. And it's really got a lot of detail. I like it. Just off to the left beyond my mirror, that's where you pick up your jobs. It's a lot of like grain, and I believe you can pick up some cattle too. So pretty cool. But kind of nice. Leaving the old homestead, coming down the driveway. Got a tractor here and an old trailer. I like the details. But let me know what you guys think about the drive today. I always love the immersion when we can combine different yards. So I'm gonna take off at the beginning of my day, like maybe an owner-operator would from his own property, take his truck over, and now you get a little bit of an immersion with a custom plant. Unless you've been driving for 20 or 30 years, every place you go, it's going to be a different place to pick up, a different place to drop off. And now we have a pickup spot, a place where we can do jobs. It doesn't fit like the normal SCS template, and I like it. Who's to say that we can't have full immersion for the whole time? And so I really love when these map mods come together and they work together really well. It's really great. Here's the yard, pick up jobs. And it's too bright, but there is the sun on the sign. No trains coming, right? You can see it better on this side since the sun is hitting it. Alright, I'm going to stop just a second. I'm going to make sure that we have this on the GPS. Be right back. And in case you didn't know, so here's where we are. There's the main hub in Lubbock. So we're actually off to the southwest here, and we're going to take the 62 up south on the 87, and that is where we are going to get Texas beef packers. It's right in here. And I'll show you, there's actually two different gates depending on what you're trying to do, if you're trying to pick up with a reefer or you're trying to drop off cattle. And incidentally, you can also get some rest, get some gas, and fix up your truck if you need to. But let's go ahead and drop the marker, and we'll get going.
I may be the Vice President of America, but you're the President of this car, and it's time to take action.
All right, Morgan is with us. Already mentioned I've got a Cat 3176 in here, but we are also rocking the 15 speed. And I am floating as best I can. Let's zoom out on that map a little bit more. Oh yeah, this thing just has so much power. Of course we're light. Just have the weight of the trailer behind us. Just got done doing a drive earlier today where I was hauling some limestone, and I came in at about 125,000 pounds, and I think I only had like about the same engine that I have in here now. I like to kind of punish myself a little bit and use somewhat of a realistic power. I'm not going with like an 800 or 1,000 horsepower engine. Maybe that would make my drives a little bit easier, but I like the challenge. But empty with the same engine, we are flying. And if you guys are still on the fence about the about this 359 by FLX, it's absolutely hands down one of my favorite trucks, and I've already mentioned he's updating it constantly, putting new things on here. I like having that window down there in the door. It's really cool. And customize the dash color, the dashboard, customize your gauges, customize the shifter, customize the CB radio, do all kinds of things, and it is true to a 359. Looks good inside. Some of it even looks a little bit worn and dated, which I like. And it was actually pointed out by someone, I think I saw it on a Discord, noticing that if you look at the rails going out to the mirror, the bolts on there are rusted, and it even looks like the posts going out there are all, you know, dirty and pitted, and it's so cool. Which is probably what would happen if you're running a 359 that's like, I don't know, 60 years old, 50 years old or something like that. Down to 50. I forgot exactly, are we turning here? Yeah, we are turning here. Let's see if they'll let us over. Cool. Whoa, that was a little abrupt. I think I changed the brake settings, brake sensitivity, because I was also running a more modern truck, so I tried to increase the brake sensitivity, make it a little bit more realistic, when I should have cut it back a little bit for an older truck like this.
Keep left and 10, turn left. Turn left.
Well, since we already spent a little bit of time on the Lubbock farm, I am going to take some time to show you around the Texas beef packers plant. I think we're going to be cutting some of the segments out, both the drive from the farm over to pickup and on our next drive, so kind of get out and let you take a look at her again. I like the chrome on the front of the Reefer too. It's a completely free Reefer as I crash. And the skins are actually done by Richard Brown. You can find a lot of his stuff up on Facebook on American Truck Simulator Custom Mods and Skins. Do we even have a green light? Yes, we do. I want to say that again. American Truck Simulator Custom Mods and Skins on Facebook. Richard Brown's, and he puts together these packs all the time for different trucks and different trailers, and they're, so far, I have like 4 or 5 packs. So far they seem to be completely free, and he just adds on to them. So
continue straight.
Definitely trying to make them more part of my drive, and I like the old school looks too. No, we only got 40 here. Oh, now 50. So yeah, take another look outside so you can see what's going on. I'll try to keep her on the road. Oh, too much, too much. Oh, we gotta merge. Make sure we're looking at the FLX too. She looks good.
continue straight.
Thanks, Morgan. So, yeah, we are going to just kind of cruise on down the road a little bit longer, and I'll catch up when we're just outside of the beef packing plant. Alright, we are just getting off the road right now, and we are getting ready to head into the packing plant. So, we will see two different sets of gates. This first one is for the exit, second one is for the entrance, but it's over here on this left-hand side where we're going to go for the reefers. Go to the next set of gates if you're going to be hauling any cattle in or out. And I will tell you, this is the smallest gate ever. So if you have a long trailer, if you've got something with a long chassis, you might not make it, and I didn't. So I actually have to back up. That's embarrassing. But even with me backing up, it's a good thing I don't have a 53-footer with me. Got to keep it real tight on that side. That's about how you're gonna have to go into the grass to approach getting in that gate. And we're gonna drive up here along the side of the building a little bit. And then the trigger to get the job is actually over here. And I didn't actually assign what job we're gonna get ahead of time. Kind of wanted to take you through it. So we will pop right in here. Somewhere in here. There it is. And let's go ahead and get the job. Alright, cargo market. Let's see what we got. We've got some boxed beef, swinging beef, ground beef. We're going to probably want to keep it kind of a shorter drive today. Maybe we'll just head over to Artesia. Yeah, it's only about 3 hours game time. I think that's what we're going to do. 30,000 pounds of boxed beef. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll figure out where they want us to actually pick up. Oh, is it actually behind us? Wow. Well, let's go ahead and turn around then. That is in fact the case. Really cool meat packing plant. It's huge too. Pretty sure though it wanted us to go back there. Yep. See, I picked up over here on this long line of trailers last time. I've only done it once, but it's cool. It's actually changing the pickup spots, and this is, you know, kind of adding to the realism. Like, you come into a place, I've never been here, or I've only been here once. Now I've got a new pickup spot and I got to figure things out. Really helps the immersion, as opposed to, oh well, we're just backing into Walmart again, or Walmart, or whatever. Gets a little old, so this adds to it. And here they've got the Texas Beef Packers logo right there. Kind of like ours better, but looks good. Yeah, so props to the Jab Modshop. You can find them on Facebook and get the link to get this free map mod. And I did want to go ahead and also say I haven't tested it with any other map mod. I'm probably going to be trying it pretty soon in the near future to see if it works good with ATS expansion by Recon Lobster and Driver 47. So that's probably something that's going to happen here pretty quick. Hit the horn so they know we're backing. Get the rope. And are we going in the right? Kind of thrown off by the lines. This is wrong. That isn't even the right. I don't think that's the right lines. Where are we going for this? Alright, I'm going to have to get out and check. You know, just like real life, you got to get out and check. I'll be right back. Okay, so feeling kind of stupid now, but it was actually in the same area that we were originally. We're not picking anything up out here. We're going into dock number 1, is what they told me. And dock number 1 is going to be just over here on the right on the far end. Thinking about circling. If I can I circle out of there? I think I can. Actually, I don't know if I can circle, so I'm just going to go ahead and I got to go all the way over there on the far end, number 1. Yeah, I think I got a 48 footer on here. I think that's what this is. So it actually turns pretty quick. End up hitting this other trailer over here. Keep an eye on it. There we go. Not my best back. Not my best at all. I feel like I was trying to rush it a little bit too much, though. We'll just pull up in a straight line here. Here we go. Straighten her out. A little bit to the right. And we'll straighten her out. We should be good. Boom. Okay, a little bit too fast. Hit the dock going going a little fast. Alright, I'm going to get out, grab this load, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we are fully loaded. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. Took a while to load that. Again, we have 28,660 pounds of boxed beef going to BNSF in Artesia. And every now and then I get a really cool little visual of that the Timpte Super Seal, and you can actually see that Thermo King, the fan on it, is moving, which is kind of cool. All right, let's go take some boxed beef. Get those windows up. Got our 4-ways on as we're getting out of here. And could actually take you over here real fast. Tons of trailers lined up. When you're getting this, make sure that you read the README. It does give you some instructions so that you can have a better experience with all of these trailers and trucks that are loaded in. You actually go in and you manipulate the config file a little bit. If you are new to manipulating the config file, it's really not that big of a deal, but kind of a pro tip. Make sure that you do, before you start that, you make a copy of the original config file. That way, if something goes wrong, you can always revert. This is kind of cool here. So here we have the actual cow portion, and on the other side, basically where my truck is pointed on the far end, you'll see the two drop-off spot, pickup and drop-off spots. So cows aren't moving, but looks a little bit weird to just have a little bit of dirt here as they're being herded in, I guess, into the meat packing center, but and even have tons more trucks over here too. So a lot of detail. It's a pretty big and expansive little meat packing plant. So definitely check that out because it's absolutely free. So maybe if I plan this out a little bit better, maybe I can get a drive to even another map mod. So we're not just delivering to, you know, our standard railway drop off. It was nice to leave the farm, head to a new yard that I haven't seen, well, that I've seen once. Obviously I had a different pickup spot, so it was kind of a new experience. I like it. Even got a scale modeled here. Pretty cool. But yeah, tons of bays, tons of trailers out here. We're gonna get moving down the road now. Okay, we're back, and I got both cameras working now. I turned them off because I wanted to show you more of the yard in Lubbock and the truck and trailer. Really? Go left? I don't think it made me do that last time. Huh. Alright, let's see what it wants. Let's just follow it. Too bad I'm lined up here on the left side of the fence, though. Gonna have to take it out here onto the grass. Yeah, that is a narrow gate. That is a narrow gate. Be mindful if you're gonna come in here with a truck with a longer chassis on it, or you're gonna come in here with a 53 footer. Might want to rethink that one. There's the rest of that yard. There's the cows and there's the chutes right in there. That's the gate you would go into right there to get to the chutes. Yeah, so another thing I wanted to let you know regarding the mod, obviously it works fine with MattVT because I just did it. But what you want to make sure in terms of the mod order, what I did is I have all of MattVT stuff at the very bottom, and just above MattVT stuff is where I put Jab Modshop's meat packing plant. Probably was supposed to yield there. But yeah, it works absolutely fine on top of MattVT stuff. If it, maybe it'll work below at the very bottom of your mod order. Not sure. That's just what I'm doing. Oh, I see. It was taking us around because we're actually going to be headed
in 400 meters.
Headed the opposite direction. Okay, that makes sense.
Turn right. And then turn left.
Actually, no. I thought we were going to be making a right out here. See, I could have just made a... They took me the wrong way. Morgan, you're killing me. I got to get Lori back in here. He's never been the same since I let him go on vacation. Okay, this guy's going to let me go. See if we can float and skip 5th. There's 6th. I like it. We'll stay to the right. So yeah, there's been a lot of developments out. I kind of feel like I'm missing out a little bit, like I got a race to try some of these things. There's a couple mods that are in a beta version that I'm testing right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about them or not. I know I'm not supposed to release any sort of screenshots or videos or anything, but some cool models coming up with some older models. Obviously, Outlaw's truck just dropped, the W900. That thing is great. Now you get the update of the FLX. So a lot going on. Obviously, there was a lot going if you follow Pister stuff. Him releasing the Rogers, releasing the Wade step deck. And so I feel like there's just been a lot of testing going on lately, and it's really exciting. At the same time, I do kind of wish, not that they are trying to do this, it's not like some big conspiracy, but it would be nice if they would just spread it out a little bit so we don't have like 2 or 3 weeks with like, oh, I wonder what's coming up, and nothing's really being developed, and then it feels like within the like the period of time of like a week and a half, all this exciting stuff's happening, and I just wish I had a little bit more time to test each one of these things before doing a video. But by the time if I delay anymore,
and then turn right,
then I mean you're already gonna know what's going on with everything.
Turn right.
Gonna kind of miss the window.
Continue straight.
I think we're only 30 here, yeah. Slow it down a little bit. Do we have different views on this thing?
Continue straight.
I don't know if we have any different views in this. Maybe not. Maybe, actually, I think we might have this one. There we go. I'll look at the trailer again. It's kind of cool. As we head out onto the road. We got 120 miles. So I think I've covered just about everything that happened in the FLX update, and I showed you at the beginning of the video. It's kind of weird. I know it's FLX, and it's just, what, another 8 inches or so on the extension? Was it 9 inches? Something like that? But it's noticeable. I'm kind of feeling like I've got that 379 feel, that long hood feel. And I'm just so used to FLX being more of a shorter hood. So, a little crazy. I think my preference, actually, to have it stand out from the crowd is I'd probably rather pull it back and do the shorter version, but I thought I would run the longer version for you today. Yeah, it looks like more like a 379. I almost died there. The car almost hit me. Doesn't he know I'm trying to show off the truck? Looks pretty cool with that Mercury sleeper too. Again, there's a 30, it's either a 30 or a 36 inch, as well as this 60 inch, and they've got the 30 inch coffin sleeper too. But it's looking pretty good. I like it. I went with the straight pipes for this. Alright, let's get down the road. I will catch up with you a little bit further in the drive, so we don't have to. We've already spent so much time at the farm and the packing plant, so we're gonna go ahead and just skip ahead. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. Is he hung up? Oh, he's hung up. Man down. That's crazy. I've seen them run into each other. I don't know if I've ever seen him actually hit the corner, hit the curb like that. It's gonna make me miss this light. Oh, what an idiot. What an idiot. Get in before this truck tries to... Yeah, he totally screwed up that turn. Wow. Thought he was going to back up into me, so I was giving him some room, and he just wasn't moving, because he is stuck. Alright, a little bit more down the road, and I'll be back with you in a bit.
Continue straight.
Gotta love that Jake. Here's a lighter Jake. Alright, looking directly into the sun as we're coming up on the drop-off point here. Get her down to 45. We're good there. I cannot see anything. Right. Yeah, that is a pretty nasty glare. I think we are going to be making a right in here. Yep.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
What's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? Come on, man. And now he goes. That is real life right there. Let me stop until it's red, and then I'll go through, and you can wait. Ah, classic AI. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
In 400 meters, turn left.
All right, we are pulling in.
Turn left. You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
All right, I think I'm going to have to go back to the other view as I go over by these containers. Otherwise, I will put her right into a container. Four ways on. Get the windows down. So I'm just going to leave her right here, huh? All right, good talk. Oh. Change that brake sensitivity. There we go. Get those four ways off. Windows up. Lights off. I'll leave the parking lights on. And there it is. Let me know what you guys think of the new updates on the FLX 359, what you think about the trailer, the skin. Both the trailer and the skin, again, are free. I'll leave links down below. Let me know what you thought about Jab Modshop's beef packers plant. And if it was the first time, let me know what you think about the Lubbock Farm and Yard by MattVT. It's kind of a loaded episode, but I definitely wanted to get a little bit more immersion and RP on this one, so we weren't just taking off and driving to the same old place. Obviously, it would have been perfect if I had another yard to deliver that was custom. I didn't think that far through because I already had... honestly, the episode's probably a little bit too long anyway, but anyway... If you guys enjoyed the episode, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all of my videos. And I think that about wraps this video, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.